What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the GoodeBaker podcast. I'm Nick Baker. Across from me, Shane Good.
I'm GoodeBaker.
And we are here to talk to you about video games. And, of course, first things first, what have we been playing, man? What are you up to?
Well, trying to get you. One of these days, I'm going to get you.
Yeah.
I will.
I mean, it's happened a few times anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, so I've had, I don't know if I would say I've had a boring week or if I've had a really exciting week. Okay. For gaming, of course. I've been playing Minecraft.
Okay.
A lot of Minecraft. It's probably like, me and Deborah played probably about 30 hours of Minecraft. We've been playing Sky Factory 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what does Sky Factory entail? What does that change about the game that makes it more enticing or less enticing? Depending on your reaction, I guess.
Well, I won't say you hate Minecraft, but
hate is a strong word.
You're not involved in Minecraft.
Right.
Let's say involved. That's a good word.
That's real soft, and I like it.
Yeah. Okay. So Minecraft, right? You're in a world, open world, blocks everywhere, trees everywhere. You gather resources.
Right.
Throw that right out the fucking window.
Oh.
In Skyblock,
no blocks at all. Are you round?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
In Skyblock, what you do is you start out with an island in the middle of the abyss. And there's no blocks around you.
Okay, I think you.
Which is the tree.
I think you have mentioned
and a block
this
of dirt.
before.
Yes, I have.
This is multiplayer.
Yes.
So, how big is this piece of dirt that you start on?
It's a single block. I'm not gonna lie, I killed Deborah at the start.
So do you just keep dying until you can build more things? Or?
No, so like you start out with a tree. Mm-hmm. So you mine the leaves on the tree. Then
so how do you stand on the block with the tree?
So like it's a single block, a tree, and you start on top of the tree.
And then you chop away at the tree?
Yes, and you take the wood that you make with the tree, from the tree, sorry, not with the tree. Mm-hmm. You take the wood from the tree, you quickly make a crafting table, then you make wooden slabs, then you put them all out before the saplings fall out of the tree, because if you don't get any saplings, you're going to restart. It's happened to me a few times. It's very irritating.
That's an interesting game loop.
Yes. It's a lot of fun. Right now we're going through, we just got a ME system, which is a mod from Applied Energistics 2. Basically, it takes like the normal storage chests and it puts them into like a computer. So it's like kind of like a computer craft, and then you can craft more memory sticks for your computer to hold more items.
That's cool.
It's very, very useful. That way you don't have
to very Digimon, and I like that.
It is. It's very, actually, the chips kind of look like the Digimon chips a little bit.
Oh, shit.
There might have been some inspiration.
Dude, if they come out with Minecraft Digimon, you can count me fucking in.
There is Minecraft Digimon. There's also Minecraft Pokemon, and it's better than a lot of the Pokemon games out there.
I see now. That's one of the things that almost sold me. I think I've said that before on Minecraft. That Pokemon mod looked dope.
They just updated it again. They do. It's really fun. There's a couple servers.
Do they have like all the Pokemon on there?
Yeah,
and
pretty
they don't
much.
Get sued?
I believe because it's a non-profit. So like there's kind of like
put it out for free?
Yes. You don't pay for the game, and because you don't pay for the game and they're not making any money off of it, it's considered a fan project. I'm sure legally they could be requested to stop.
Because there's all kinds of that's got to be like some sort of deal with Nintendo, right?
They have been asked to stop in the past. Nintendo has asked them to stop. They stopped making it for 2 years. And they recently started a new project with a couple extra people, and they haven't, from what I know, it's gone off without a hitch. So I'm not quite sure how it works.
Interesting.
I've never had a cease and desist, even though I did make a Naruto clone game, but I never got a cease and desist for that either.
I mean, I think it's pretty rare, honestly. There were so many emulations of Pokemon games that just kind of floated around the internet for so long.
Well,
Game Freak and Nintendo just didn't really kind of care for a while, I guess. They just didn't see them as a threat until they really became big and fan projects like blew up and millions of people were starting to download them and play them. And they're like, oh, well, maybe we should shut this down. This might dull sales for our actual core Pokemon games. But yeah, is that everything you've been kind of going at?
Yeah, all I've been playing is Minecraft. I mean, I could sit here and tell you about Minecraft, but I feel like you've got this twinkle in your eye. I think you want to tell me about what you've been playing this week.
Well, I've been playing a little Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Oh.
And a little bit of Final Fantasy VII.
Nice.
So I'll start with Final Fantasy VII because I played less of that. I played a night of Final Fantasy VII.
Night?
Yeah, it was like maybe 3 hours or so, and I was stuck at a certain part that I couldn't quite remember how to get past.
Mm-hmm.
And so I finally got past that. I started to grind a little bit, level up for the next part of the game.
Nice.
But yeah, basically stopped there, got tired, put it down, and then the next day after work picked up Assassin's Creed Odyssey, played that for a few hours, and really dug it. Got back into it. Some of the storylines kind of gripped me a little bit more. I'm dealing with some really corrupt people down in the southern part of the map that are trying to take control of their sister island, and I need to basically just kick their ass into submission.
That sounds like fun.
So
those are the best types of missions.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good, and yeah, I'm loving that, loving life in ancient Greece. But that's basically all I've been playing. But before we get into the big topics of the week, I do want to mention that the GoodeBaker memes page that you created this week,
dude,
is over 250 followers, which is actually the first successful thing we've ever done. So let's pop some champagne.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, wow, unbelievable.
Also,
and
go follow
if all of those people would just come over to all of our other platforms, if you can hear me out there, if you're listening,
yeah,
it'd be great.
Also, I'm kind of curious if you are from the GoodeBaker memes, platform. Just let us know.
Right, yeah, just shout out on this video, comment on our Facebook page, let us know anywhere. Like, we're starting to build something here, and man, building a community out of this would be dope.
Memes are pretty dope anyways.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love a good meme?
I know who doesn't love a good meme.
Who's that?
Probably Rockstar, because their fucking game turned into a meme.
Oh, that's our first big topic of the week. So, hack alert.
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption 2 was attacked seemingly by multiple hackers who were hacking the game's code to attack the online game players with two-headed skeletons and other random creatures that they can find in the game's code just to throw at whoever unsuspecting. I think this guy was in front of the saloon and just got attacked by this fucking two-headed skeleton. First reaction to that, I was like, wow, if that happened to me in that game, I would be like so terrified initially. I'd be like, what in the fuck? Because essentially the two-headed skeleton is in the code in the game. I guess, spoiler a little bit, that there's a mission in the game that involves you finding a caravan with a circus twin in there that they're conjoined, so they have two heads. So there's a skeleton there, and they use that asset to now attack people in the online world. Whoa.
All I'm gonna say is this is such just a meme of a hack. Like a group of clearly highly sophisticated individuals that clearly have their skill set very well sharpened decide, you know what? I know what I want to do today. Mm-hmm. I want to ruin this poor fucker's life who walked out of the saloon. I'm gonna ruin his life today. I think, you know what? Let's do that.
Oh my god, yeah. And man, if you're that guy in front of the saloon that got attacked and undoubtedly had a heart attack and went to the hospital and died, we're sorry for you, and we're sorry for your family. Let us bow our heads in peace. And we're done. All right. So moving on to another tragedy.
Yeah.
Anthem is getting an overhaul, according to IGN reports. BioWare General Manager Casey Hudson said that they are completely overhauling the gameplay loop of Anthem. This most likely because oh man, what did I write here?
What?
Oh, no. This is most likely to reclaim some of the success from the wreckage of the launch of Anthem. And
so is that Anthony that's going to play that if he's claiming the success from the... Right? He was the only one, right?
Yeah. No. That was Fallout 76. He was into that.
Oh, I thought he was super into Anthem.
Well, no. He never did that. But
then nobody's gonna play it.
Yeah, I bought Anthem at launch, being really hopeful, and I was really, really disappointed. This is an interesting development because we pretty much thought this game was dead. I thought this game was dead in the water. I thought they had given up.
I thought we literally 3 weeks ago, literally this was our number one flunk for the year, right?
Yeah. Then it was. It was most undoubtedly the number one flop of last year. But they still have hope here. They're still putting effort into it. So does this mean
they're still pumping money into this?
That too, and they're taking effort away from other titles in order to put effort into this title.
Like Skate 4!
What are you doing? BioWare! Please, make a skate RPG.
RPG.
Make my grind level up.
Yikes.
Oh my god.
All right.
But Anthem, are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. I can't believe that they still think there's a shred of success in this game. Like, I'm sorry if you really liked Anthem. It just wasn't...
The flying was so
good.
Cool, dude.
You know what I mean?
The suit aspect of it was so cool. The melee combat, meh. The range combat was okay, but you didn't have enough variety of weapons.
Yeah.
The variety of cosmetic options was very limited to start with. You had nothing to put on or change your aesthetic unless you were going towards end game stuff.
Yeah.
And that just doesn't feel right if you're playing through an entire campaign with just what you have.
Just let me dye my fucking armor.
Yeah, man. And I don't even... Well, that they did start with that. That was one of the things that
dyeing your armor?
Well, they had the...
Could you decal your armor?
You couldn't decal it.
That'd
to
be
my
cool.
knowledge. I don't think that you could put extra parts or stickers or whatever on it.
That'd be cool.
But you just had different pieces of your armor that you could set to different color palettes through these color wheels and whatever, and you could combine I think up to 2 or 3 different edged pieces. So the inside lining of your armor would be white and the out exterior would be red or whatever. And
wow.
Yeah.
Highly customizable.
Oh yeah, and it blew my mind really, and that's why I'm still playing it.
You know why they didn't let people decal, make their own decals like they do in some games? Because everybody would just be flying around with a penis cape on their back.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of dick capes.
It would be, yeah, man.
For sure. But yeah, that's it for really anything in gaming this week because it's been pretty slow. But
yes,
there is something in computing, so I'll toss it over to you.
Yeah. So the new Ryzen processor that I've been raving about for months at this point, finally, it released 3 days ago. We're going on the 10th.
Ryzen 97632.
Close.
Yeah.
Ryzen 399X.
Fucking nailed it. All right.
You forgot the X. If you threw the X in there, I would have given it to you.
I should have gone Microsoft, dude. Should have gone Microsoft.
All right. So
throw an X in there. Sprinkle it in.
It released 3 days ago. Obviously, people like Linus Tech Tips got a hold of it super fast. They did a crazy review about it. There's a ton of really great things with this processor.
Right.
There's a couple of things that just aren't what people thought it would be. So to start off, it's 64 cores. 128 threads, in case you've been living under a rock and haven't heard me talking about this already. Mm-hmm. Its base clock ended up being 2.9, and it will boost all cores to a 4.3.
Wow.
Which
is that gigahertz?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's got a crazy boost on it. To put that into perspective, that's 128 cores boosting the same as my 16 cores. And my processor, can tackle pretty much any game or any real program. Me and my buddy Plague were looking at some of the statistics online. It compares up to the Xeon, the competitor for it. Its workstation, its gaming compatibility is the same as my processor. After you cross 8 cores, single core processing is where it's at for gaming. So like this isn't a gaming processor. This is a high end, it's made for workstations and stuff like that. So we compared it number wise. It was 208% better workstation than the Xeon processor that's currently, I don't know if you want to do the honors of telling people the price difference between its competitors.
Yeah, so what we figured it out to be is the top processor, the Xeon processor, is $16,000 more than the baseline of the Ryzen processor with the 64 cores and 128 hyper-threaded. That's ridiculous numbers if you're talking saving money on a really awesome processor for the presumed next gen of PCs.
Yeah, I mean, a cool $16,000. That's pretty.
I mean,
that's pretty tip, man.
That's a couple cars from Japan, man. Like,
that is a couple cars. I like the way you think. So you want to guess the name of the Xeon processor just for fun? I'll tell you right now. It's an i9.
Dude, I'm gonna go with the Xeon Dragon Force. Am I close?
It's Platinum. It's the Xeon Platinum.
Damn. See, now I almost went with credit card names, but Dragon Force for some reason,
It's Dragon Force is cooler. If I could give you anything, I would say that they should have named it Dragon Force.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we need to write them a letter now.
We need to write them a letter.
They fucked up.
They really did. So just a couple quick things about the processor itself.
Man, finish the Ryzen processor talk, because this stuff is ridiculous. The price difference alone is something that was so shocking that including it is a must, I think.
So the big thing, the big kick, AMD decided they were going to take a page from Intel's book. And this is kind of the thing that everybody is like pretty butthurt over. Amazing processor, outperforms everybody. They limited the RAM for seemingly no reason. You can only have, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it's 512 gigabytes of RAM instead of 1 terabyte of RAM. The Platinum 2080 can have 2 terabytes of RAM. There's 2 of them when you put it together, because you want 2 of them. Even my ProLiant has 2 Xeons in it. It's pretty common that workstation servers have multiple Xeons because it can just split the load up a lot better, and it has parallel processing. So because they did this, it doesn't really make much sense, but they just decided they were going to limit the RAM usage at 512 gigs, which means this isn't viable for VMware servers. So like virtual machine servers where, you split, everybody in the server cluster gets like 32 gigs of RAM and everybody gets 8 cores, like that type of a thing. I don't know if you have any idea what I'm talking about.
No, I'm following along with you. I'm just kind of rethinking over these numbers. I'm like, 16,000. Do we mean 1,600?
1,600?
Yeah, like
no.
1,600?
No. It's
thousands?
Yeah.
Wow. So
the price is $20,000 for a single processor.
That's unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm so crazy about right now. I'm just like, how in the world is this even a competitor at this point? Because with this new Ryzen processor coming out, it has to be blowing these top processors out of the water. If they're even like in line with it, even if they're maybe even a league ahead of it. It's just such a value to get this one because it's able to do everything that can, maybe minus a little bit if that's even any type of a difference in power.
Essentially, if you decide you want to use this for VMwaring, you buy 2 of them. You buy 2 separate machines. And kind of the crazy thing to think about is that those machines aren't much bigger than my desktop. You can put this together in essentially my desktop versus the Xeon setup is going to be probably like half the size of this table. This is a 6-foot long table. You're talking a 2U rack. 2U referring to units, so it would be a double tall unit, and that requires like a server rack.
So it wouldn't be quite as wide as.
No, it would probably be what is that? 4 feet by 2 feet.
Maybe like the bottom section of your bookcase there.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I have a 1U unit over by my computer. I don't know if you can see it from here.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I can see it.
That's a 1U, so it's that big, except it's double thick. So it's like the amount of performance, price, just everything essentially just blew it straight out of the water.
Wow.
Everybody is just blown away with how amazing this new CPU is. However, do you know what happens when you step on somebody's toes?
They get really pissed off.
You're right.
So Xeon, are they going to throw a punch back?
That's the question. Intel probably has
the
technology.
We have a processor war.
Well, that's what creates prices. I mean, the only reason why processor prices have gone up as much as they have is because nobody in the past 10 years has been able to force Intel to chop their prices down. And AMD this year was like, your processors are going to be cheaper next year. They just came out swinging with that. So I think we might, in the next couple of years, we might really see a more stable price for processors, especially with just the way that things are working. A fun fact for you, this processor can run, I believe it was like a Radeon 70. It like runs at the equivalent of a Radeon 70. So it ran the Doom Remastered game. Linus Tech Tips did it because it was just fucking fun for him. Mm-hmm. It ran Doom Remastered at like 60 FPS or like 50 FPS or something like that without a graphics card. No graphics card at all. It was just the processor running.
Wow, that's incredible.
Which is like unheard of. Literally unheard of a processor being able to do that.
Yeah, that's bonkers, man. And way to go for Ryzen, because honestly, and AMD, because anything that makes gaming more accessible in that way to where more people can afford it is A-okay in my book.
100%. We might even see, maybe some new gen consoles picking up AMD instead of Microsoft. I wouldn't be surprised to see some of like Nintendo or even PlayStation gravitate towards it because of how much cheaper it is and how much more they could slash down their console cost to produce. I mean,
it'll be interesting to see, especially in the next gen.
Yeah.
Because I think that's when this will really take effect. Obviously, I think it's a little too late now, but it's gonna be awesome.
It'll be one hell of a show.
Speaking of awesome.
Speaking of one hell of a show.
Let's congratulate Summit on his what did you say, 30 mil victory over Dr. Disrespect in Escape from Tarkov.
Yo, dude. So for those of you who don't know, obviously, as we just said, Summit 1 had a round of Escape from Tarkov where, as a PMC, he killed somebody who had 30 million worth of loot on them, which is insane. I think the most I've ever seen Escape from Tarkov myself is like 500K. And the most I've ever seen somebody pull, like in streams even, is like $1 mil or $2 mil. Like, that's considered really insane.
So this guy was just like really going hard for a win this time. And he just got unloaded on, right?
So
isn't that kind of the gameplay idea or strategy there?
Kinda. This particular guy was so Summit actually talked to him afterwards, and this guy basically was like, I'm quitting Escape from Tarkov, and I was trading this gear to my friend who was going to continue to play.
Okay.
And so in the middle of this kind of swap, his friend got gunned down. And he ran, and he came face to face with Dr. Disrespect. He killed Dr. Disrespect, no disrespect, but he couldn't take Summit.
That's awesome.
Yo, So congratulations to Summit 1.
Yeah, congratulations to Summit, because, man, that game is fucking hard. Like, I
Yeah.
see even the toughest of FPS guys get taken down by that game.
Dude.
So it's definitely a challenge to get in there and win, let alone take down somebody with that amount of gear.
Yeah, that dude had, like, he had several helmets on him. He had, he could have just, like, switched out his gear right there.
Right.
Like,
right.
if he would have been able to get away, he could have just switched out his jacket, and it would have been like a brand new fight, even though, you know, he had already been shot.
Right.
Which is pretty, I mean, that's pretty crazy. But yeah, that's the show.
Yeah, that's everything, man. So, damn. The memes page, man, this really got me hyped. I didn't realize it was even doing that good until you showed me earlier, and that's got me hyped. So
Go follow that, man.
I appreciate that. 100%. Come follow us. Comment, share, like, subscribe. Get on our stuff, man, because we love this, the interaction, talking about games. We want to do it with more people, so get on here.
Yeah.
Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about games, and, you know, peace.
Peace.